All right, guys, what's up? Welcome to 305 Live, clinic number 10. We're doing dodging footwork today. There's a lot of different variety in what we can do with our feet and our footwork and our body movements and our body language, how to be deceptive and how to beat a defender, other than just using a simple face and split move, right? Our bottom half, what our feet and what our legs are doing, are super important, and being able to have variety in our movements is also really important. So the first one we're going to go over real quick is the basic two-step face or split dodge. You can do this two-step move with either one. We're just taking one step, faking one way, and then stepping out and going the other. So real quick demonstration of that one is we're running up to, let's say, some cones here in front of us, and we're going to step with our right, switch hands, and come out with our left. So fast, we just want to make sure that when we're taking a step, we're making this step believable, okay? So the foundation of this two-step dodge is your basis for everything else we're gonna do. So it's important to make sure you really get down, making this believable, and then moving on, adding the next type of footwork to your arsenal, right? To all the types of things that you're able to do. So when we're doing this face or split dodge, whether you're splitting or you're just faking and going and keeping it in your same hand, again, you wanna make sure that it's a quick jab step and that you're really making that defender think you're gonna go this way, and then you go the other way, right? So if that's a split dodge, if we're just doing a face, maybe I'll start out making like I'm gonna go to my left with a nice hard step, and then I come out to the right. All right, so it's important if you're doing it against cones, you wanna pretend your cone is your defender, and you also wanna make sure you have space to dodge. You never wanna dodge really too close within a stick length away, because then you're gonna maybe run into your defender. It could be a charge, you could check sticks by accident. You don't wanna do that. You always wanna make sure you have space to dodge. So again, if you have a teammate, you could even have them put a stick out. Sorry if you hear the cars in the background, I'm on my roof. This is a good distance to start your dodge, okay? It gives you the opportunity to get that step in and then switch hands or fake and go the other way without running into your defender. And you always wanna make sure that you're stepping in a skinny V, okay? So think of a V like this. You don't want your V to be super wide, because then you're not really getting past your defender. Even if you fake them out this way, if you make your V too wide and you go out this way, your defender's just gonna stay with you, right? You wanna make it quick forward steps, forward, forward. So that's why you need space to dodge, okay? So those are just a quick basics of whether you're doing face or split with a two-step dodge. All right, so moving on to the next one, and I'm gonna go over 4 basic ones just so you guys know. So that was the first one. The second one is the 3-step split dodge. So this is just adding an extra step and an extra kind of fake in there to fake out your defender, okay? So once we have the basic 1-2 step down, we're gonna move on to the 3-step. So we'll go with a split dodge for that. I'm gonna move these cones for a second just so I don't step on them. All right, so if we're going for a 3-step dodge, with this one, we're going just that. 1, 2, 3, okay? So when you're working on the footwork of this, make sure that you're not overextending your steps. You want them to be natural running steps, and even quick, even smaller, potentially smaller jab steps, so that it looks natural, okay? So think about if you were actually running and all of a sudden you were to change direction and go that way, right? What would you be doing with your feet? You want to make it natural. You never want to run up into a dodge and then overextend yourself, because 1, it's probably not that believable, and 2, you're not balanced. So now if you do have to change direction, we can't really that easily, and we're falling over, and it's just not effective, okay? It's gonna be easier to stop us. So you always wanna make sure, just like on defense, attackers, you wanna make sure you're always staying balanced too. So it's important to keep your feet shoulder width apart, making sure you're stepping and always staying balanced with your moves, okay? So again, with the 3-step dodge, let's say that we're doing a face dodge with this. We're not even gonna switch hands. We're just gonna go into it with in our right hand, and we're gonna keep it in our right hand, all right? So we're going 1 step with our right, 2 step to our left, and then 3 on the way out, okay? So fast, it's gonna look like this, right? We'll run up, we'll go, okay? 1, 2, 3. So tell yourself in your head, 1, 2, 3, if you're practicing it, right? 1, 2, 3. All right, so it's just, again, an extra step. Let's say we want to do that with a split dodge. Maybe we'll go to our left first. So we keep it in our right hand. We're going left, right, switch hands left. Okay, so we'll do that again. We're starting our right, and this time we're going to step left first. So we're coming up. All right, so we're going left, right, left, and we switched hands on the way out. Okay, so if you want to practice the 3-step split, just put even 1 cone in front of you. You can line up a bunch of cones like this in a row. and practice doing that at each cone. When you get to the next one, do it again. When you get to the next one, do it again. If you want to just work on the footwork, you're not really there yet of moving on to the next one so fast, then just put one cone out in front of you, run up to the cone, try your 3-step split and go. Do a couple different variations of you just keeping it in your right, keeping it in your left, switching hands, doing the split dodge, okay? Just practice different variations of the 3-step split. All right, so also make sure that on the way out of the dodge, you're always trying to get back on your line so that your defender ends up behind you, right? If you're coming up to a defender, and no matter what kind of dodge we do, we get around them, we always want to try and make sure we get back on our line and that we're not veering out to the right in a wide V so that they come and stay with us, right? We want to get past them, okay? So, quick break. I just want to tell you guys real quick about the cradle baby that I'm using here. As you can see, it's attached to my stick. This is an awesome product, especially if you're in your house in a confined space or in your backyard. You don't want to break any windows. Right now, I'm on the roof of my apartment complex and I do not want to drop this ball off the roof. Okay, so this is really helpful. It ties to your stick when you're practicing dodging any type of stick work that the ball is staying in your stick. It's great to have. If you drop it, it just stays right here and you can bring it right back to you. Okay, so you can get 10% off on their website right now if you check the link in my bio. There's all kinds of company discounts and the Cradle Baby is one of them. It's a really awesome product. Okay, so go check that out, especially for stuff like this. So let's now move on to the third one. So the third type of dodge that you can work on, it's a little less popular, but I think it's a really cool one, is a floater dodge, or some people also call it a jump stop dodge, or what's the other one? Hesitation dodge. Okay, so floater, hesitation, jump stop. You might have heard one of those 3 terms before, and that's a slightly different one. This is one where we're not necessarily going into it taking steps forward, we're more just stopping. Okay, so the way that one looks, kind of half speed, is that we're running up to a defender, we're jump stopping, and then we're going out one way or the other. You can also add a variation to that once you get. So first I'll do that, right? We're running up, we jump stop, and then we go. Okay, so hesitation, jump stop, whatever you want to call it. It really sometimes gets the defender on their heels, makes them stand up a little bit. As soon as that happens, they're off balance and you can go past them. Okay, so again, I'll do that one. We're running up, we're jump stopping, and then right out of that jump stop is when we want to go. So to add a little bit to that, as I was saying before, we can add an extra little fake at the end of the jump stop. Okay, so we're running up right here, and then I could fake real quick this way and then go that way. All right, so we're adding, instead of just jump stopping and going, that might not be enough to fake them out. We're gonna jump stop, fake, go. Okay, and that a lot of times will really get the defender to stop, bite with you this way, and then you're out and you're gone that way. Okay, so I'll do that one a little bit faster so you guys can see it. So we're running up, we're here, here, here. Okay, I'll do that one more time. And we'll come up here. All right, so I wanted to run through that one a little bit more. All right, so that one, again, you can just practice at cones like this. You can set up cones. You can just set up one cone in front of you and run up to the cone, jump stop, and practice when you're moving your body and your feet. You want to make sure it's believable. Subtle movements are better than big movements, okay? Because subtle is more believable. If you go like that real quick, it's more believable rather than some big overextended step, and again, then you're off balance. We can work on punching our hands a little bit this way. We lean with our body, we maybe look that way, we maybe even take a step that way, okay? You can do that out of the jump stop dodge. So we're jumping, our body language is for just a second going this way, and then exploding out that way. Okay, we always want to make sure we're exploding out of our dodge. Now we are going to the last type of dodge, or the last type of footwork right now with these, and that is the double step dodge. Okay, this one is really cool. It takes a little bit of work if you haven't done this type of footwork before. So with this one, we are going to go into the dodge. We're gonna run up to our defender, and we're gonna step and step. All right, so we're taking a baby step and then another step. Now I'm still balanced here, even though I'm a little overextended, I'm still balanced. Baby step, step, right? That makes our defender go this way, and then we can split out to the other direction. This is footwork that you really have to work on if you're not used to it or you've never done it before. So again, we're going up against our defender, we're taking a baby step and then another step. Okay, make sure this second step isn't too overextended. That time I did overextend a little bit. You have to make sure you're staying balanced. So we're going step, step, and then explode out. Okay, that double step, a lot of times on that second step is where you'll get their defender to bite. Sometimes they don't bite on the one step. They kind of maybe are anticipating that you're gonna go back the other way. So as soon as you take that second step, they're like, oh, I got her, she's going that way. And then you explode out the other way, and now they're beat and you had them fooled, right? So that's what you want. You really wanna make sure that you're being believable and that you're getting the footwork down and working on it slow and then fast. Okay, so we're gonna start again, baby step, step, go. Staying balanced the whole time. Work on it with your left foot and your left hand too, right? So it's in our left hand. We're gonna go baby step, step, and then switch on the way out. Okay, so I call this at least a double step. Okay, so going into it, I'll do it a little bit faster so you can see. All right, so we're starting back here. We're going, I got caught on my stick on my leg. I'll show you guys that again. That definitely happens sometimes. All right, so we're going into it, step, step, come out, okay? I'm stopping myself a little bit because there's stuff behind me, but in a real game, in a real practice, you want to explode through. So I'll try and do that a little bit sooner this time. All right, so we're gonna run into it, step, step, go. Okay, always make sure you're exploding through your dodges. So those were the 4 types. Just to recap, we have our basic, 1-2 step dodge. We have our 3-step dodge. We have our floater, hesitation type dodge. And then we have our double step dodge. So 1, 2, and then go, whether that's a split or a face. All right, so I hope you guys learned something. The Cradle Baby was awesome for this. I'm gonna do a Q&A and giveaway in a second, so stay tuned for that. Don't leave. If I call your name and you're not here, you're not gonna win. So hold on for that. And the last thing I wanted to say for you guys is that I am really excited to say that I've partnered with Harlem Lacrosse. If you guys haven't checked them out, please do. They're an awesome organization. They support kids more likely to have academic decline because of the circumstances that they're living in, whether it's the area or whatever, the school that they're in. If they just don't really have the support around them, Harlem Lacrosse is there to support them. So they making sure that they're staying on top of them throughout the day with their academic work, with their lacrosse work. We all know how sports are great to really help, just build you as a person, right? I learned so much growing up from sports. I learned how to have discipline and how to stay, on a task and how to get stuff done and time management and all of these things. And the people who run this program are really making sure they bring all of that stuff to this program and helping these kids succeed. Okay, if you have the means to even just donate $1, it would totally help them out. Any resources that they have that you guys can help provide goes a really, really long way. Okay, so I'm bringing this clinic, this free mini clinic series to you guys, obviously for free. So if you can check them out, I'd really, really appreciate it. And so would they.